Yeah.
Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday night. I am taking a break from my 5-hour marathon of wrestling to talk
5
Total
hours.
Divas.
5 hours. 5 hours.
No, Booker's on the other show. Booker's on the other show, Jen. We should have done that last time. But anyway, I am here with the lovely, talented, glamorous Tits McGee. How are you, Jen Carlins?
Hello?
You put it on your lower third. That's not my problem.
I know.
That's not my problem. I just saw it on your thing. And I just read it like Ron Burgundy would.
That's true. That's true.
Yes, indeed. So, Jen Carlins,
Yes.
Total Divas this week.
Total Divas.
Oh,
yes.
Man. We are gearing up for WrestleMania.
Yes.
We're gearing up. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Okay. Before we get into it, we're not going to make fun of Jim the Anvil Neidhart. We're not going to.
No, because I don't know why they're touching into that. They're showing that. That's kind of
And I feel bad for Jim Neidhart. I really do. But at the same time, we can make fun of Natty. Because I know I've addressed this before.
I swear to God, if she calls mommy and daddy.
Yes.
It's cute up until maybe you're like 10.
Yeah, or like for special occasions if you want something.
Which I
mean,
do.
But I mean all the time. And I swear to God, if I took a drink every time Natty said mommy or daddy this week, I'd be Jim Neidhart.
We need that to be the Natty mommy daddy drinking game.
Natty mommy daddy. Natty mommy daddy drinking game. Yeah. That sounds like a horrible fan fiction. But yeah, so Natty went out to dinner with Bret Hart. Bret Hart's wife, you can tell, clearly did not want to be on the show.
No, she looked sad.
Yeah, she just looked like, really? So these cameras are here the whole time? And Tyson was like, I know, right? But
so bad. She just wanted to go to the bathroom and not come back.
Yeah, pretty much. But I will say, when we finally got to Access, and Natty and Jim did their autograph signing, it was really cool. It was nice to see the Anvil back in his element and just interacting with the fans, and it all went off without a hitch. So
right.
Yeah. So I mean, all of Natty's worries were for nothing, as per usual with Natty. It's almost like she's a little stressed out, Jen.
I think do you think?
Just a little bit. But speaking of stressed out, Brie Bella was worried that she was a couple days late, and she thought she might have a Bella baby bun in the oven.
She was more than a couple of days.
Yes.
She was 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. No,
since you looked at me.
Yeah. That's a joke for guys who will never watch this wrap up.
I know.
Hi, Bobby.
We tried.
Yeah. But it turns out Brie's stomach distress was her proving that she doesn't have a child, her going on her period. And well, then I guess someone decided that we need to get a Daniel Bryan sample of semen.
Yeah.
Now, Jen, but before I get into what I have to say is the most awkward scene in the history of Total Divas.
Yeah. That was
when Daniel was in the room to produce his sample.
The room of pleasure.
Yes, the room of pleasure. Do you think he screamed yes, yes, yes when he was finished?
Of course he did.
Okay.
Where do you think it came from?
I wanted to make sure we're on the
He's
same
got the
page.
cup and the little Daniel swimmers. As those babies are popping out, of course she's saying yes, yes, yes. Come on.
Yes. So Daniel Bryan comes out with a cup of his semen.
And a smile on his face.
And a smile on his face, and he just looked at the camera guy. He's like, it's so weird that you guys are here right now. Even the camera guy goes, I know, right? Best, most awkward moment on the show. And we've seen Cameron hate her father for not having teeth because he's a crack addict.
Yeah.
I swear to God, camera's right in Daniel Bryan's face as soon as he's finished masturbating. The most awkward moment on the show.
Yeah, I hope he...
Because Jen Carlins, I don't know about you. But I'd never want a camera in my face after I'm done doing that. I don't... Thoughts, Jen?
No, not really.
Okay.
I just hope he washed his hands.
I don't think there's a facility to wash your hands in there.
Well,
I assume you have to go to a bathroom afterwards.
Well, in most doctor's offices, there's a sink in the room.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I mean, I've never donated, so I don't know.
At least like a wet wipe or something.
Oh, wet wipe. Oh God. All right.
A paper towel. I mean,
maybe a Kleenex. Anyway, moving on. There's some drama with Eva Marie because there's always drama with Eva Marie.
Dun dun dun.
Eva is still getting a lot of flack for having Brian Kendrick as a trainer,
which she should.
Yes. But at the same time, I feel it's a little dickish of everyone else. Personally, I feel like they should just be happy she's getting trained.
Well, yeah. I mean, when they're in the ring with her and she's screwing up every 5 minutes, it's their lives that something could go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So it almost comes down to a bit of, I think, more than anything, jealousy. That she is getting the one-on-one where the most of them were in FCW, some were in NXT, and they didn't really get that.
But see, the thing is, it's not like Paige went to a wrestling school. The Bellas went to a wrestling school.
Right.
Eva is going to a wrestling school. She just happens to be the only student.
Yeah, but she was...
And plus, it's not like it's her call. It's the company's call.
But she was on the main roster. Yes. How many chances did she get?
Quite a few.
Screwed up being a ring announcer. She screwed up being a freaking dancer from Fandango. How hard is it to freaking do that?
Mm-hmm.
My 5-year-old could do that.
I would pay to see that, by the way.
And my 5-year-old, he can wrestle.
Well, that's fair.
But anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm okay with her getting trained from Brian Kendrick because it's like the company says she needs it. So at the end of the day, it wasn't even her decision. Like, I'm sure if she had her preference, she would have preferred to go to NXT. Which,
oh my gosh!
By the way,
those girls in NXT would have eaten her alive.
I say not. 2 words, Dana Brooke. Anyway.
No, let's not start on that.
Also, since we are recording tonight, I haven't seen it yet, but tonight is Eva Marie's debut on NXT. So that should be interesting for the guys to talk about tomorrow night on the Midweek War. But one thing we gotta talk about with Total Divas, and that is Paige and Alicia Fox.
Embrace your paleness, Paige.
Yes, Alicia Fox took Paige to get a really awkward spray tan.
That was hilarious.
It was amazing. I've never gotten a spray tan myself, but I've heard it's quite cold.
It is very cold. I have gotten one. It was before a wedding I was in,
Okay.
and it was just I needed just to cover up straps.
Gotcha.
It was a strapless dress. I needed to cover the straps. No big deal. So I just said, all right, let's just do it all over.
All over. Interesting, Jen. Anyway, moving past that.
I don't want lights anywhere.
Duly noted. Okay.
Damn it.
The dresses that Alicia Fox picked out for Paige.
Oh my god.
Wow, they were not good.
No.
They like the reaction on Paige where she is wearing that red dress with a bow that's right here.
It looked like the boat looked like it was ready to attack her.
Yes, it looked like it was punching her in the face.
It really did. It was just, I mean...
Her reaction reminded me going clothes shopping with my sister on Black Friday when we were 7.
I mean...
there we go. Yeah, Paige's reaction there. It's just not good. It's no bueno.
She just looked like a sad panda.
Now, eventually, I think the Hall of Fame ceremony is next week's episode.
Yes.
But we got a really nice scene when they went out to go get shoes. And Paige was getting frustrated that Alicia was just buying shoes for herself. And she went outside and just met a random fan who Paige helped her quit an eating disorder.
Yes.
I mean they were in they're in like the San Francisco area. It was during WrestleMania weekend, so not that uncommon to see superstars.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah. It was just a really, really cool moment, and it's something Total Divas doesn't do as often as it should, honestly.
Right.
It was just really cool. Like between Bryan being told by Stephanie that they want to induct Connor into the Hall of Fame, and Eva Marie visiting a bunch of sick kids, like, it just got me a little bit. Like, you forget that even though on this show, sometimes they can be the worst people.
Oh my gosh, yes.
The worst people. They still do a lot of good.
Oh, they do. They really do. They really do. It's even a lot that they do.
Yeah.
That's not. No one knows about.
Yeah. It's like they always publicize John Cena for all of his Make-A-Wish stuff, but I'm sure like Natty, Paige, Eva, the Bellas, I'm sure they all have a bunch of Make-A-Wish stuff that they do as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Now, Jen, I'm going to throw a bit of a curveball at you because ordinarily this is around the time where we have a Carlins dating story. And I mentioned this on our Tough Enough recap, and I forgot to come back to it. But I'm coming back to it right now because this is the Carlins dating hour. And you can either tell me one story about one thing. Okay, Jen? I'm giving you an option.
Okay.
Do you have a baby scare story? Or do you have an awkward kissing story like Tanner had on Tough Enough? Because if he had less game, it would be hilarious.
That game, oh my god, that game. First of all, I would kick him in the nuts.
Exactly.
Because what are you, 12?
Yeah. That's a move you pull when you're playing spin the ball for the first time and the person who it lands on wants to go for a cheek. That's the move you do then.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. You know, there hasn't been any weird, first kissing stories. There really hasn't.
Oh, well. Do you have any like your first baby scare maybe with Mr. Mainstream?
No, we decided to have a baby, and bam, I was pregnant.
All right. Well, Matt Carlins works that quickly, ladies and gentlemen.
He does, and he did it the second time around too.
All right, so those are mainstream swimmers that we
They
got.
are very mainstream swimmers. For a while after the second, I was like, get the fuck away from me. And that's
and
about
that
it.
and that is the kind of in-depth, probing, post-masturbatory admissions you can come to expect on the Total Divas wrap-up.
And scene. But I have thrown drinks at mainstream's face.
Oh, all right. Well, all right. That's also a tough enough relay. But you know what? Fuck it. We're doing it live. Let's hear about that, Jen.
Oh, it just made me mad.
Oh,
Nothing major.
just made you mad and just randomly threw a drink in his face?
Yeah, it was either that or I was going to punch him, and I went the safe route.
Glass and all, or just like the scoop of the liquid?
Just the scoop of the liquid.
Okay. All right. That because I was gonna say if there was a glass too, then you get into a different territory that we don't want to talk about.
Well, no, because then that just, then that I just pretty much say I'm guilty, and then
Right. Okay. So next week is WrestleMania.
Yes.
And it should be really interesting because the Bellas have a big tag team match against Paige and April Brooks. I want to say her name is. I don't know. Someone named AJ. Not that AJ. Not our AJ. Not the Wrestling Mayhem show's AJ.
Woo!
Thank you. But AJ, the former Divas champion. And we also get to see the blow up between Nikki Bella and Eva Marie.
Yes.
How do you think that's going to go, Jen?
It's going to be awesome. I'm so looking forward to it. I hope there's hair pulling. I hope there's smacking.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see weave on the floor.
Weave on the floor. Bold predictions from Jen Carlins. I just think we're going to see a breast bump. Because you have two of the fakest chests in wrestling, just boom, battering, ramming up against each other.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And I noticed there was a distinct lack of John Cena this season, so maybe we'll get to see him next week. Oh, there's one thing we forgot to mention. Emma was on this week.
She was.
And I normally wouldn't mention this because it was a very minor part in the episode. But Emma was out with, I guess, her boyfriend, Paige, and Naomi, and John Uso were all out for like a pre-WrestleMania drink. And Alicia Fox and Naomi just started screaming at each other. And there's one point where Emma just looks over her boyfriend's shoulder at John Uso and just like, fuck. Like just mouths silently, what the hell is going on? And you can see Emma is so glad she's not on this show.
Yeah, she's that time she's like happy on NXT.
Yeah, I'll be dead in the eyes on NXT and team with Dana Brooke, and I'll be okay with that.
And I'll be mean Emma.
Yes, exactly. All right, Jen Carlins, was there anything else you had for Total Divas this week?
Not really.
Alrighty, so
I'm just a bowl full of excitement this week.
Well, no, it's fun. Jen, we got to hear stories about you throwing drinks and how fast mainstream mat swimmers are. Like that, this has been a great week.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on the internet, Tits McGee?
They can find me at Jen Carlins.
If you said at Tits McGee, I would have lost it.
I can't.
I am at MadMike4883 on the Twitters. I'm going to be going back to now 4 straight hours of wrestling. If you want to follow along, whenever you listen to this, after that, look on Twitter, the Wrestling Mayhem Show Twitter feed, #MM. You'll see me all over it, just doing everything I can for the midweek war of wrestling. All right, so Jen Carlins, for that, I think that's it for Total Divas.
That is.
Are they going to stop us now?
Ain't gonna stop me now.